Well, post-traumatic stress disorder, it's common among combat veterans. In the past, has been very hard to treat.
But as Local 5's Bryn Carmen shows us, younger vets in Des Moines are learning how to overcome their mental injuries and live life here on home soil with a newfound purpose.
Every war veteran has their own stories and scars from serving overseas. They protect our freedom, but at a price. Thousands come back and battle PTSD. Thankfully, mental health experts in Des Moines say the treatment over the years has gotten way better, and now vets are able to find hope after trauma.
I'm done with talking about veteran suicide. I got it. I was almost a statistic.
When Troy Peterson got home from Iraq, his life was riddled with addiction and depression. Things got so bad, it almost cost him his life. On
July 30th of 2015, I attempted to take my own life. I planned it out that was going to be my last day. I didn't want to admit that I was struggling. I didn't want to admit to my problems.
The next day, he woke up in a hospital bed, embarrassed and confused, but determined to find a new purpose.
Best thing that ever happened to me was that I hit rock bottom.
The Purple Heart recipient started CrossFit and found what he had been missing since his days in the Army. And with the help of his friend and trainer, Jeff Woody, they launched Valor Fit.
Left leg up, point that toe, stay long.
A place where veterans help veterans rebuild their life through fitness.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And we can do as much as we can to help someone, but until they decide to actually do it, it's null and void. And so all these veterans are doing the work themselves. We're just putting them in the we're trying to put them in the right environment.
I think that if it saves one life is pretty lazy. And it's kind of well, we'll just settle for this average one life, like save as many as we can.
Valor Fit is something that's brought Troy's life back into focus, and it's helping dozens of others do the same.
1, 2, 3, other leg.
Therapist Michelle Lundstrom says that's exactly the help veterans living with PTSD need to heal. A passion that gets them into the right mental state.
Getting choked up talking about it because I sit with this all the time. And I want people to know, like, you don't have to keep telling it over and over and over. We can treat the symptoms, and the symptoms tell a story. And that's what we know that they didn't know back then when people were returning from Vietnam.
And Michelle is talking from experience. She relates to veterans because she is one.
During deployments, I was always the one everybody came to. And so it was this natural progression of, here's my calling, here's what I'm supposed to do.
Since her time overseas, the way PTSD is treated has improved drastically in Michelle's eyes. She says making sure the mind, body, and soul are in tune with each other is the key recipe to mental success.
And I love to be a therapist at this time in history when we have these treatments and these modalities and the stigma is lessening and more people are realizing, hey, therapy's not that bad. It's actually a good thing and can be very healing.
And things have not only changed at the medical level when it comes to PTSD, but also our culture shift in mental health advocacy.
The great thing about today's society is that it is not okay to suffer alone.
And that's just what this group has found with Valor Fit. The workouts bring a sense of camaraderie, something this band of brothers thrive off of.
Burpee plus ones, cinco. Toes to the bar, control down.
Because nobody does anything alone in the military. You always have a battle buddy system, and now we have one here. And so when people first realize that, that's when I say, like, they get it. Like, you see that aha moment is, I'm not alone. Like, I do have people, and these are my people. These are my tribe.
Valor Fit is the opportunity that Troy didn't have when things got bad. Every class is a reminder of the life that almost vanished.
I tried to make my wife a widow, and that's something I keep in my pocket. I wouldn't have the 2 kids that I have. They would be fatherless. And so that's something that I regret trying to take away from them, and that I'm going to continue to be better every day for them in hopes that other veterans can continue to see their children.
Valor Fit just started and clearly is a raving success. Troy welcomes even more veterans because he wants to continue saving the lives of men and women who served our country. Reporting in Des Moines, I'm Bryn Carmen. Local 5 News, we are Iowa.